Hello, my name is Tom. Welcome to my podcast. I'm happy you are here today. This podcast is for people who learn English. I speak slowly and use easy words. Today, we will learn geography vocabulary. Geography means the study of the earth, places, and nature. Let's start with some basic words. First word, country. A country is a large area with people, a government, and borders. For example, France, Germany, and Japan are countries. I live in a country too. Second word, city. A city is a big place where many people live. Cities have buildings, roads, shops, and schools. For example, Paris is a city and Berlin is a city. Third word, town. A town is smaller than a city. It is still a place where people live, but it is quieter and smaller. Fourth word, village. A village is very small. There are not many houses, and life is usually calm and quiet. Now let's talk about nature words. Mountain is a very high place on earth. Mountains are big and often covered with trees or snow. People sometimes climb mountains. River is water that flows. A river starts in one place and moves to another place, often to the sea. Lake is a large area of water surrounded by land. Lakes are usually very calm. Sea is a large body of salt water. It is bigger than a lake. These are basic geography words. They help you talk about places in the world. We will talk about places on maps and words that describe location. Let's start with an important word, continent. A continent is a very large area of land. There are 7 continents in the world: Europe, Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica. Each continent has many countries. Next word, ocean. An ocean is a very large area of salt water. Oceans are bigger than seas. There are 5 main oceans: the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. Now let's talk about north, south, east, and west. These are directions. They help us understand where places are. North is up on a map. South is down. East is right. West is left. Another useful word is map. A map is a picture of an area. It shows countries, cities, roads, rivers, and mountains. We use maps to find places and travel. We also have the word location. Location means where something is. For example, the location of a city or a mountain. Now a simple but important word, border. A border is a line between 2 countries. It shows where one country ends and another begins. Finally, let's learn island. An island is land surrounded by water. For example, Japan is a group of islands. These words help you understand the world and how places are connected. We will talk about landforms. Landforms are natural shapes on the Earth's surface. Let's start with the word valley. A valley is a low area between mountains or hills. Valleys are often green and have rivers or farms. People like to live in valleys because the land is flat and soft. Next word, hill. A hill is a small mountain. It is not very high, and it is easier to climb. Hills are often covered with grass or trees. Now we have plain. A plain is a large flat area of land. There are no mountains or big hills. Plains are good for farming because the land is flat and open. Another important word is desert. A desert is a very dry place. There is very little water and very few plants. Some deserts are very hot, like the Sahara Desert. Let's talk about forest. A forest is a large area with many trees. Forests are home to many animals like birds, deer, and bears. We also have the word coast. A coast is where land meets the sea. It can have beaches, rocks, or cliffs. Many people like to visit the coast in summer. Now the word cliff. A cliff is a very high and steep rock near the sea or land. It can look very dangerous and beautiful at the same time. These words help us describe the natural world around us. In this part, we will talk about weather and climate. These words help us describe the conditions in different places around the world. Let's start with the word weather. Weather is what the sky and air are like in a place at a certain time. For example, it can be sunny, rainy, cloudy, or windy. Weather can change very quickly, even in one day. Next word, climate. Climate is the usual weather in a place over a long time. For example, some countries have a hot climate and some countries have a cold climate. Climate does not change every day. Now, let's talk about temperature. Temperature tells us how hot or cold something is. We can measure in degrees. When the temperature is high, it is hot. When it is low, it is cold. Another important word is sunny. Sunny means there is a lot of sun in the sky. The sky is clear and the light is bright. Many people like sunny days because they feel happy and active. Next word, rainy. Rainy means it is raining. There are drops of water falling from the sky. On rainy days, people often use umbrellas or stay inside. We also have windy. Windy means there's a strong movement of air. On windy days, trees move and it can be hard to walk or ride a bike. Now let's learn cloudy. Cloudy means the sky is full of clouds. The sun is not very visible. It can feel cooler on cloudy days. Another word is snowy. Snowy means snow is falling or covering the ground. Snow is frozen water. It is common in cold countries during winter. Finally, we have season. A season is a part of the year. There are 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Each season has different weather. These words help you talk about weather in different places and understand geography better. Today we continue with geography vocabulary. In this part, we will talk about cities, places, and human geography. Human geography means how people live and build places on Earth. Let's start with the word population. Population means the number of people living in a place. A city usually has a big population and a village has a small population. Next word, capital city. A capital city is the most important city in a country. It is where the government is. For example, Paris is the capital city of France, and Berlin is the capital city of Germany. Now, let's learn building. A building is a structure where people live, work, or study. Examples are houses, schools, offices, and shops. Cities have many buildings. Another important word is road. A road is a path for cars, buses, and bikes. Roads connect places like cities, towns, and villages. Without roads, travel would be very difficult. Next word, bridge. A bridge is a structure that goes over water, a road, or a valley. It helps people cross from one side to another. We also have port. A port is a place near the sea where ships stop. Ships bring and take goods like food, cars, and machines. Now let's talk about airport. An airport is a place where airplanes take off and land. People use airports to travel to different countries and continents. Another word is transport. Transport means ways to move from one place to another. Examples are cars, buses, trains, and planes. Finally, we have map scale. A map scale shows how real distance is represented on a map. It helps us understand how far places are in real life. These words help you understand how people live in different places and how cities are organized. In this podcast, we learned many important words about the earth. We started with basic places like country, city, town, and village. These words help us talk about where people live. We also learned natural features like mountain, river, lake, sea, forest, desert, valley, and coast. These words help us describe nature and the environment. Then we studied large parts of the world like continent and ocean. We also learned directions like north, south, east, and west. These words help us understand maps and locations. We talked about weather and climate. Now you know words like sunny, rainy, windy, cloudy, snowy, temperature, and season. These words help describe daily conditions in different places. We also learned about human geography. That includes population, capital city, building, road, bridge, port, airport, and transport. These words describe how people live and move around the world. Geography is useful in real life. It helps us understand maps, travel, weather, and different countries. It also helps us talk about the world in a simple and clear way. If you're learning English, try to use these words in sentences. For example, I live in a city near a river. My country has a cold climate in winter. There's a bridge over the river. Practice is very important. The more you use these words, the easier they become. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast about geography vocabulary. I hope it helped you learn and improve your English. Goodbye and take care.
Write a comment. 3 best comments get 20 English lessons completely free.